Sanctuary in Gilbert is struggling to stay put as developers move in. Plus, an important recall to tell you about concerning Ford F-150 trucks, and Disney is getting into the impossible burger game. 12 at 12 starts right now. 12 minutes, no commercials on TV and on the go on the 12 News app, Facebook, and YouTube. Hey guys, it's Tram here. We start right now with some breaking news. 12 News has confirmed John Spalding, the priest charged with molesting 2 boys, has died. Spalding was battling a terminal illness when he was charged in January. 12 News has also confirmed that Spalding filed a civil lawsuit on the day he died against the alleged victims and the Diocese of Phoenix. This is a story, of course, we will be following for you all day. You can read more on this right now on 12news.com and the 12 News app, and we will have coverage on First at 4. In today's Talker, as the coronavirus continues to spread around the world, many are worried about the deadly virus becoming a larger issue in the U.S. The U.S. military says a soldier stationed in South Korea has tested positive for the virus. He's the first U.S. service member infected with the virus. More than 1,500 cases have been reported, the largest amount outside of mainland China. So we want to know, is the government doing enough to keep the virus from spreading here? Cast your vote right now at 12news.com/bullhorn or comment down below if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. The results just minutes away. Hashtag most clicked. Here are the stories piquing everyone's interest right now. A Gilbert Animal Sanctuary is struggling to stay open. Amy's Farm Animal Sanctuary has spent the past decade on a small lot, watching new homes being built closer and closer. The sanctuary is home to farm animals that were unwanted, had deformities, disorders, or abandoned. This week, Amy Takata received word that her sanctuary will become another casualty to the war on progress. She tells 12 News she was given 6 months to come up with $500,000 to save her farm. Right now, volunteers are rallying behind her.
I'm Jen Wall in the Alert Center. Lori Vallow, the mother of 2 missing children with Arizona ties, is due back in court in Hawaii today. She's looking to get her $5 million bail reduced. Vallow has been charged with 2 felony counts of child abandonment. She was arrested about a week ago, accused of deserting her children, JJ and Tylee. They're still missing and have not been seen since September. Stay with 12 News for the very latest in this case.
And at number 3, we are getting a look at a deadly head-on crash from over the weekend. This is video from the crash on the Loop 202 early Saturday morning. DPS says a vehicle was going north in the southbound lanes when it crashed into another car. The driver of the wrong-way vehicle died in that crash. Right now, ADOT is looking into installing driver detection systems and thermal cameras along the 202. Now to keeping you safe, Ford is recalling nearly 250,000 F-150 pickup trucks. The 2018 to 2020 models are being recalled because there's a problem with the daytime running lights. Ford says the lights will keep working if the driver moves the headlight switch from auto to the low beam position. But apparently the lights don't change the intensity to parking light levels, which is a standard requirement. The problem could reduce visibility to other drivers, but Ford says it isn't aware of any crashes. Dealers will update software to fix the problem. Now to Pulse on Health. We all know how difficult food allergies can be to figure out and follow, but how parents react can actually take a toll on their kids. Having anxiety, of course, is normal, but it can leave kids feeling anxious as well and even afraid of getting sick. The best thing for parents to do? Arm themselves with as much info as possible about their child's allergies ahead of time. Once the parents are completely informed, experts say they should reassure their little ones that there's nothing to be afraid of. And what do hedgehogs have to do with concussions? Well, turns out their quills could help prevent them. Researchers in Ohio say they believe they can build a helmet to prevent concussions using hedgehog quills. Yeah. Researchers say the quills are built to absorb impact, which is exactly what players need when they're on the field. The liner for the helmets is still in the testing phase. Well, we are seeing quite the wintry mix of weather this week. Here's Crystal with your forecast 411.
Happy birthday to the Grand Canyon. 101 years ago today, this beauty was designated as a national park. So to celebrate, you might want to opt for a heavier style wine today with many layers of complexity and an oak finish, because that's going to go nicely with our below average temperatures. So you may want to grab a glass of Zinfandel or perhaps a red blend. Tonight, temperatures are going to chill down to 43 in Phoenix, to the teens at the Grand Canyon, 20s for Winslow and Flagstaff, Prescott, you too. But tomorrow in Cholo, 53, that same called for high in Flagstaff, 76 in Phoenix. Oh yeah, and on the cusp of 80 in Parker, we'll be cracking it in Yuma. We will find ourselves back in above average territory tomorrow. We'll keep the sun, lose the winds, and watch that mercury climb back up, putting us back in the 80s as we kick off the weekend with a mixture of sun and clouds. Then we're looking at the next big thing to arrive late on Sunday into Monday, knocking temperatures back and also giving us a chance for some rain here in the valley, snow for the mountains.
In other news, Disney is partnering with Impossible Foods to make its Impossible Burger the preferred plant-based burger of all its parks and cruises. Disney says customers have been clamoring for more plant-based food in its parks and hotels, and says these new menu items have been in the works for quite a while. A growing number of people identify themselves as flexitarians, which are people looking to reduce their meat intake for health or environmental reasons. Well, do you enjoy flying? Really? Apparently more than half of you don't. According to a new survey by The Points Guy, 55% of Americans say the entire process of air travel is more stressful than going to work. We're talking about booking tickets, packing, going to the airport, and then actually flying. And get this, 44% say it's more stressful than going to the dentist or spending the day with in-laws. TripAdvisor is out with its top trending destinations in the U.S. Key Largo, Florida tops the list at #1. The destinations were determined based on positive traveler reviews. Moab, Utah, home of Arches National Park, came in second, and Anna Maria Island, Florida, came in third. Santa Barbara, California, and Brooklyn, New York round out the top 5. Now to your daily cup of juice. A world-renowned opera singer, Placido Domingo, says he is sorry for acting inappropriately with dozens of women over the course of his career. This comes after investigation into Domingo's behavior. People familiar with the findings say investigators found more than 24 people who claim to have been harassed by the opera singer. The accusations include unsolicited physical touching, groping, kisses on the mouth, and late-night phone calls inviting women to his home. Initially, Domingo denied all the allegations, saying he believed all of his relationships were, quote, welcomed and consensual. Now, after some reflection, he says he takes full responsibility for his actions. On a time crunch this Ash Wednesday, hey, no worries. Trinity Episcopal Church in Phoenix is offering its annual Ashes to Go today. There are several times and locations. You can find all the info on our website at 12news.com. Maria Sharapova announced her retirement from tennis today. The 5-time Grand Slam champ wrote an essay for Vogue and Vanity Fair that said, quote, tennis, I'm saying goodbye. Sharapova was a phenom from the start, turning pro in 2001 at the age of 14. She won a Wimbledon title 3 years later in 2004 at the age of 17, beating Serena Williams in the final. Sharapova won the U.S. Open, the Australian Open, and the French Open twice, the last time in 2014. She also won an Olympic silver medal in London. Time now for A to Z 60, where we celebrate the people, places, and things that make the Valley so awesome in just 60 seconds. We are really getting into the swing of spring training. Jamie caught up with the sod father at Camelback Ranch, who may just hold the secret to the perfect game.
We're here at the beautiful Camelback Ranch ballpark, where you find aesthetics like this waterway here. But do you ever think about the hard work and the science that goes into the field? So I'm out here with Roger, the sod father. Care to elaborate on that title?
Yeah, Jamie, I can. You know what? I'm the third generation of my family to be a Major League head groundkeeper, and I've been with the White Sox now, believe it or not, over 50 years. When the average fan sees the field, he sees a cosmetic part of it. Yeah. He doesn't see what the groundkeeper actually does for the players themselves. The most important aspect of the field is the infield dirt. That's where 70% of the action is at. The height of the grass, depending on who you play, is adjusted. If you've got a low ball pitcher, you wet in front of home plate differently than you would with a high ball pitcher. When I'm here at spring training, you ask them, How do you want? Do you want a little softer? Do you want firmer? And you do that during the year at home. And they tell you how they want it. These little things are helpful for the ball players. People don't realize what goes into it.
And that's your A to Z 60.
Finally, Amazon has opened its first full-size cashierless grocery store. The 10,400-foot Amazon Go grocery store is in Seattle, which is where Amazon is based. Shoppers walk in, scan a QR code on their phones, then add things to their basket, and when they're done, they just walk on out. The technology tracks the items taken from shelves and automatically takes the payment. 2 years ago, if you'll remember, Amazon launched smaller stores that were around 2,000 square feet. Let's get back to today's talker. As the coronavirus continues to spread around the world, many are worried about the deadly virus becoming a larger issue here in the U.S. The U.S. military says a soldier stationed in South Korea has tested positive. So is the government doing enough to keep the virus from spreading here? Apparently 16% of you say yes, 84% say no. Keep voting on 12news.com/bullhorn, and those of you watching on Facebook and YouTube, comment down below. Time now for the look ahead, the stories you'll be talking about a little later on today. Today is Ash Wednesday, which marks the start of Lent. Coming up on First at 4, we are looking at the top things people are giving up for Lent. And that's your 12 at 12, the facts on everything you need to know in just 12 minutes, no commercials. We're always on, anywhere, anytime on 12news.com, the 12 News app, and our socials as well. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and we'll see you back here again soon. Saving money on your next vacation and advice for your pets. Here's Destry with a preview of today's Arizona Midday.
Coming up on Arizona Midday, we're going to tell you how you can save money on your next vacation. Plus, we have free tickets